V2 is a symmetrical technique used primarily on flat and gradual uphill terrain. V2 is incredibly efficient because it uses your arms, legs, and most importantly your core in a very effective way. V2 requires balance and is the perfect dance between power application and gliding on the ski. Now the best way to maintain momentum in the V2 is with good forward lean into the trail. You can do this at home, but from a standstill. Just start by leaning forward until you have to start shuffling your feet in order to keep yourself from falling on your face. This natural forward fall, combined with pushes from your legs, pulls, and core, all come together to form the V2 technique. The forward fall is free momentum, there for you to use. So how do you take advantage of this free momentum? Well, I'd like to introduce you to the lightning bolt of speed. Bending your knees and moving your center of gravity to the ball of your foot is required for balance, quick movement, and overall athleticism. Skiing is no different. First, I'll draw your attention to the parallel nature of the shin and chest. But obviously, shins and chest being parallel is not enough to feel that forward lean that we're striving for. Heck, someone even sitting in a chair with good posture has parallel chest and shins, but they aren't falling forward. From the lightning bolt of speed body position, athletes will achieve the free-falling feeling by leaning forward from the ankle. A common misconception in forward lean is bending from the hips. Bending from the waist to the hips will cause a table-topping body position. And although you feel like you are way out in front, your center of gravity is actually pretty neutral. So take a look at these pictures of World Cup athletes and notice, no matter what stage of the cycle they're captured in, they're demonstrating good lightning bolt body position and leaning forward from the ankles, not the waist. The further your body gets from this ideal position, the less you'll be able to take advantage of the free fall momentum I just mentioned. So to recap body position, bend the knees and lean forward from the ankle. That's all it takes. Now a quick drill to implement good body position that you can do at home. Stand about 2 feet away from the wall. Bend your knees, lean into the wall. This is the ideal body position for a skier. And once that becomes too easy, try it on one leg. Now it takes a trained eye to analyze and coach good cross-country skiing technique. Through my years of coaching skiing and biathlon, I have begun to develop an effective strategy for analyzing video technique and giving in-depth analysis using video editing software. So if you're looking to improve your ski technique this winter, I'm gonna be offering personalized technique video analysis for viewers of this channel. Send me a clip of you skiing and I'm gonna send you back a 10-minute plus edited video breaking down your technique, giving you constructive criticism for improvement, giving you side-by-side analysis with World Cup athletes, and more. So check the link in the description down below to learn more about how you can get personalized technique video critique. So now that you have good body position, it's time to talk about implementing it into the V2 cycle. V2 skiing is all about gliding, loading, and initiating. The best way to explain this is to watch some clips of World Cup athletes and identify the 3 phases.
Now the first phase and the easiest to understand is the initiation phase. That is when you're going to be throwing down onto your poles and pushing to the other side. You're going to use your legs, your poles, and your core all combined to push yourself onto that right ski. So as you can see here, this athlete is on her left ski and she is about to initiate and power her way onto her right ski, as she does right here. Now, she is currently in her glide phase. She is demonstrating the lightning bolt of speed that we mentioned earlier, and she is gliding on the ski. And all while she is gliding, she's going to recoup. And now she is in her load phase. So see how she swung her hands back up by her face, and now she's ready to load and initiate again. Loading is arguably one of the most important pieces of the V2 cycle because that's where all your power comes from. If you're just lazily swinging your arms back and forth, not using your core, and not really loading and then initiating, yeah, you might move down the trail, but you're not going to move down with power or with speed. So it's a very small but very important phase as she loads and then she initiates onto the next cycle. We see it here by Emilian Jacquelin. Glide, load, initiate. Glide, load, initiate. Glide, load, initiate. And then one more time from Johannes Tingesbø from the side. Load, initiate, glide. Load, initiate, glide. Load, initiate, glide.
Now once you have the cycle down on one leg, as you initiate over to the other ski, start the cycle over again on the other side. Down, over, up. Down, over, up. Create that U pattern with your body. Now, I've seen some athletes struggle to make this cycle seamless, and they just can't seem to figure it out. And that's where timing comes in. During the glide phase, your number one focus should be swinging your hands back up and getting ready to load. All too often, I will see people neglect their hands, and when it comes time to initiate, their hands are down by their waist. So right after you complete the initiation phase, swing your hands back up, in sync with your hips, and glide with your hands high so you're ready to load and then initiate again. The final piece of advice I will give in regards to timing is to make sure you're fully committed to each ski, because you should be able to do a full cycle while balancing on one foot, as you do when skiing. One hiccup I will see is athletes don't give full enough commitment to each ski and they get caught in the middle. Some athletes are so good at hiding their fear of commitment, it can take months of analyzing their technique before realizing their fault. But you need to fully commit on that side in order to properly get full initiation. Those of you who have taken some ski lessons in the past might have heard this referred to as gliding on a flat ski or demonstrating a tilted T with your chest. Whatever technique cue helps you commit, do it. Now that you have the V2 down, it's time to play around with tempo and when to use it on the course. This is what makes V2 so versatile. When momentum is high, athletes can glide more and be more powerful with their initiation. When momentum is low, like on a gradual uphill for example, skiers can turn up the tempo, glide a little bit less on the skis, and be a little bit punchier with their initiation. This is the gearception I was referring to in my skate technique video. Folks, that's the V2 in a nutshell. It requires a lot of balance and coordination to master, so don't get frustrated if you can't get it on the first try. Go rewatch this video and find one area to isolate and focus on every time you go out and ski, and eventually you're gonna be V2ing your way across the course. If this video is helpful, feel free to share it with a friend who's looking to get better at skiing. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below because I'm gonna be coming out with way more biathlon and cross-country ski content on this channel. So by hitting the subscribe button, you'll be kept up to date on all the content coming out of this channel. But until next time, we'll see ya.